Hello and finally welcome back to another video. It has been so long since I've made any content for this channel. How are we all doing today? I hope you're all doing well. I hope everything is going really good for you all. I've been good, living life. I said, like way too many times in that sentence. But hi, I have missed making Sims content. I have been streaming a lot lately, but it's not the same as making a YouTube video. There's something very personal about making a YouTube video. So I decided I should probably make some more content for this channel. And I thought I should make another speed build. And I was playing in Evergreen Harbor just kind of on my own personal time. And I was checking out the Rico's house. So first of all, the Sims who live here are Jules Rico and Bess Stirling. And they are the power couple of Evergreen Harbor. And they had that brown house that we saw at the beginning. And to be perfectly honest, absolutely hate like the house that they were given with Evergreen Harbor. So I thought that they deserved an upgrade. So as you already saw at the beginning of the video, I completely tore down their old house. I did keep a lot of the furniture that they already had. I just didn't want to add any extra funds to this household. I wanted to build like this family a house with the funds that they already had. So I sold a lot of their furniture, but I also kept a lot of it. Like I kept all of their expensive appliances and I kept all of the, bathroom items and stuff. And I thought that maybe we could give the Ricos, I guess, the Rico/Stirling family, a bit of an upgrade. So as you can already see, I'm making a very, I guess, modern and boxy kind of build. And this is why. So just to give you a little bit more of a backstory on the Stirling Rico family, I'm actually going to read this directly from the Sims wiki page. So Bess and Jules are a power couple with big dreams about sweet money. A civil designer by trade, Bess places herself in the perfect position to convince city officials and residents alike to enact programs that would benefit her bottom line. Her partner in crime, Jules, is a style influencer that loves fashion as much as he loves convincing people to his rejected styles. Cheerful and charismatic, together they hustle around Evergreen Harbor like an entrepreneurial whirlwind. That was a hard word to say. But yeah, that just gives you a better idea of the family that lives here. So I don't know, I thought that they needed an upgrade. Their house kind of seemed a bit too drab. Is that a word? I felt right in my heart and my bones to say, so I'm gonna go with it. Their house felt a little bit too drab. I thought they needed something a bit more modern that suited Jules's style influencer career, And I definitely believe this wiki page when they say that Bess Stirling will do anything to benefit herself, because I always get those annoying phone calls from Bess Stirling asking me to donate money to them, and it's quite annoying. So I'm sure we all recognize Bess Stirling from our Sims gameplay. So while I was building this house, I definitely took a lot of inspiration from the exterior from this house here that I found on Pinterest. And right now I'm trying to create like this sunken in garden that's built right into the front porch because that was what they had in the picture and I thought it looked really cool. And I tried so many different things to try and make it work. I actually cut a lot of it out of the video, but I wasn't happy with the look of it. So I ultimately just got rid of it and decided that they could just have a nice front porch area instead of having a garden in their porch. And then I was also just trying to match the concrete on the ground surrounding the lot. And then I just added some grass accents here and there. And as you can see, I kept a lot of the flowers that were already on this lot. And I also kept the same fence that's on that back left corner of the lot. I just changed the swatch But yeah, I wanted to keep a lot of like the flowers and stuff like that we were given with the slot already. And that's just because I wanted to keep a lot of the same characteristics. So when you go to download the slot, it kind of does speak to the fact that this was a rebuild. Like, even though it was from the ground up, it's still like the Rico Stirling, like it's their property that they've torn down and rebuilt this new house. So I just finished off that little front garden area with the fence that we get in the base game, that really short fence. And I love just finishing off my makeshift gardens with that fencing. I just think it looks so good. And then for all of the windows, I've used Eco Lifestyle. And for that little sliding glass door, well, I guess it's not little, that big sliding glass door on the second floor leading to the stairs going to the rooftop. That door is from Island Living. I really wanted to use the Eco Living sliding glass doors that we get with the Eco Living pack, but the problem is, which I'm sure all of us builders in The Sims are very used to by now, is that the black swatches don't match the windows or the other door, the front door that we get with Eco Lifestyle. Which is what I've used here. But yeah, the sliding glass doors did not match, so I had to dip into Island Living. So I did try and use a few more items from Island Living, but I honestly can't be sure. That honestly may be the only item I used from Island Living, which honestly is a real shame. But this is what happens when the swatches don't match. So, you know, I had to do what I had to do. But for this build, I really, really wanted to focus on using lots of Eco Lifestyle because obviously we're building in Evergreen Harbor, which is the world that came with the Eco Lifestyle pack. Something else I wanted to touch on briefly before we get too far into the build. I guess somehow in my save file, Jules and Bess had a child. So when I was building in this household, I thought that they just had a baby. Like, I thought the game just created the baby for us, and that was just the lore. They had the power couple, like they're a power couple with a baby. But apparently that just happened in my save file, and they did that autonomously. So I definitely had this whole build kind of surrounding the idea that they had a kid together, but apparently that's not part of the lore, but in my game it is. So, you know, if you want Jules and Bess to have a kid together, this house is already fully ready to go for them to have a child together. So at least that's kind of a bonus. And plus, like I said at the beginning of the video, I didn't add any extra funds to this household, so you could just delete their old house and place this one with the funds that they've already been given. So now that we have basically gotten the idea of the exterior of the house, you know, it's very modern, boxy, it has the black trim with the white plaster walls. I really like the look of it. And of course, with the grass on the roof, I think it looks really nice, very eco-friendly. Now we're moving on to the interior of the house. There are 3 floors in total for this house. And on the first floor, as you can see, we're starting with the kitchen. I do end up switching it to the other side, the other wall there, but you'll see that in a moment. I also do add a few extra rooms to the first floor, so the exterior still changes a little bit from this point forward. So I ended up dipping into Dream Home Decorator a lot for this build. I just think that that pack has so many great modern items for us to use for this build. I was almost kind of going for a brutalist kind of design, like not hardcore brutalist, but you know, just kind of a hint of brutalism in the design, but mostly just modern, but still also remaining kid friendly. Because like I said, I was under the assumption that Bess and Jules always had a kid. Because in my game, they do. So in this house, it's fully equipped for a toddler. So that is actually the bedroom that I just added to that left corner there, right beside the kitchen. And I just think the kitchen works so much better in this whole space pushed against that far wall, because then I put a little dining area in front of it and then the living room in front of that, and it's totally open concept. I really like the island that we have in the kitchen, and the bar stools I paired with it are actually just from the base game. It was actually with the custom content that they added right into the base game, so it worked really well with the kitchen. And like I said at the beginning of the video, I did save a lot of their furniture, so all of the furniture I'm currently placing in the living room right now was already in the household inventory, and I'm just kind of playing around with the swatches, seeing how I could make it work. I think I do end up getting rid of that couch. It wasn't really flowing with the design that I wanted, but I did keep that fabricated lamp, although it doesn't stay in the living room. You'll see me jump all over the place with this build. I always build that way. If I see an item that would work really well in a different room, I'll just jump over there and put it there and then go back to what I was doing. So I apologize if I jump around a lot in this video. It's not intentional. So I'll just go through some of the items that I have placed / that I'm using. All of the wallpaper that you can see currently is from Eco Lifestyle. The dining table and chairs, the rug, the couch, the coffee table, the chairs in the living room, the console table in the living room, the light above the dining table. That is all from Eco Lifestyle. That little fireplace that we see right in the entryway is also from Eco Lifestyle. Like I said, I was really trying to utilize this pack a lot. Although I do change the couch once again. I believe I end up going with a couch from Dream Home Decorator. I just thought it kind of fit that modern feel a little bit more. The bookshelves that I'm adding to the living room right now are also from Dream Home Decorator, and I've just kind of put a few bookcases together with a few shelves on top, and then I clutter it all up later just to make it look nice and lived in. And I do actually swap out a lot of the Eco Lifestyle items in the living room with Dream Home Decorator items. For example, that console under the TV, just swapped it out for a Dream Home Decorator console instead. And here I'm finally taking out those Eco Lifestyle couches and just adding in the Dream Home Decorator ones. I think it just brings everything together a little bit more nicely than the Eco Lifestyle couches. They just seemed a little bit too clunky for the feel that we were going for. I was also struggling to figure out what I should put on the rooftop. I was thinking of maybe just putting the chess table up there, but I do move that to the second floor, the second rooftop, and then I end up just putting a little lounge chair on the rooftop actually. So now we're moving on to the child's bedroom. So in my game, Jules and Bess had a baby girl named Kaylin, so I used a lot of the Eco Lifestyle items. So once again, the wallpaper is from Eco Lifestyle, and that toddler bed is also from Eco Lifestyle. Then I grabbed the rug from Dream Home Decorator and put it on top of the wood flooring, or one of the wood floorings that we get with the Eco Lifestyle pack. And then a lot of the toddler toys and items I used are actually just from the base game. I didn't want to dip into Parenthood. I didn't want to use a million packs for this build. That wasn't the point of this build whatsoever. So yeah, I really just tried to stick to base game items, Eco Living, Dream Home Decorator, and then there are just a couple other packs that I do dip into as well. And if you didn't notice, I also grabbed the dollhouse that comes with the Eco Living pack. It's kind of like a cardboard dollhouse. I actually put it in the living room. I replaced one of the side tables with the dollhouse just to make the living room kid-friendly. You know, there's activities for your toddler or child to do in the living room, not just in their bedroom. Like, even though this is a very modern slash brutalist, like borderline brutalist design, we still want it to be nice and cozy for a child to grow up in. So I definitely wanted to focus on making the bedroom very personalized. It's very pink. It's very colorful. you know, all the books on the bookshelf add a nice pop of color as well. I put some nice decals on the wall. I love to use that plumb bob in almost every single one of my builds. I don't know why. I just do. I just like it. So yeah, I'm actually really happy with the way that this toddler room turned out. I put lots of clutter on the dresser. I put that little bunny from Cottage Living because the brick that I initially used on the outside of the build was actually from Cottage Living. So I was using some items from that pack. I also put some nail polish on the dresser. And then on the other side, there's also a little storage area, you know, like a little basket with some blankets in it from Cottage Living. We have some boxes from Dream Home Decorator and the little step dresser, which is from the base game. So yeah, that's basically it for the downstairs. I do go back and just add a few little details. I add, you know, just a little accent wall in the living room. I also add a little board in the kitchen, which I thought was kind of cute. I don't think your Sims can actually interact with it. It's just for decoration. And then I added a little bit of a flooring underneath the fireplace. So now we're moving on to the second floor of the house. And this is where Bess and Jules's room is, as well as Jules's office. And I also put a bathroom up there as well. The stairs and the railings that I used are, I believe, from the base game. I'll put it up on the screen if I'm wrong, but I believe they're just from the base game. And I did change the shape of the very top floor a little bit just because it looked a little boring from the outside. So I just wanted to change that while I was working on the second floor, just add a few more decorations to the outside. And I also do put a balcony on the back of the house as well, and that's coming out of Jules's office. So again, for all of the wallpaper, I'm just using Eco Living. I use some of the Eco Living plaster, and I also use some of the Eco Living wood paneling. And then all of the furniture that I used in the main bedroom was actually taken from Bess and Jules's old house. So again, I put a lot of their furniture right into the household inventory. So the bed in their bedroom and the dresser, the side tables are all from Eco Living. And same with the desk that I just placed in the office. That was actually Rico's desk from the old house as well. So I just kind of ran with the red color of it. And again, as you can see, I'm jumping back and forth from the office to the bedroom because I was just going through the household inventory, finding items that I could place and kind of build around it without breaking the bank. So in the bedroom, I've added a Dream Home Decorator rug under the bed. I also wanted to incorporate that head statue somewhere because I also took that from their old house. And I just thought it was kind of funny that they just had like a head statue sitting on a table. So I definitely wanted to incorporate that. Just kind of stuck it in the hallway there for now. And I also took the barbecue from their old house and put it on the front porch there. Again, just emptying the household inventory, just put the skill building items in the very top floor, the fizz machine and the fabricator machine, and just adding some windows that are from Eco Lifestyle to the top floor, making the exterior look nice, because sometimes I make the mistake of adding way too many windows to the exterior before I know what the floor plan on the interior is going to be. So sometimes I like to hold off on placing too many windows until I know what the inside is going to look like. So now I'm just fixing up the back of the house a little bit, just adding a little fake garden bed with some bushes, putting that birch tree back. I don't really know how it got deleted. I didn't want to delete it in the first place. But now I'm actually going back to the first floor, and I thought that maybe we should add a bathroom to the first floor because it's always really annoying when you need to bathe your toddlers, but you have to carry them upstairs. Like sometimes it just doesn't work. So I was like, you know what? We need a bathroom on the first floor, and then it will also give the exterior a little bit more of an interesting shape. So I definitely was just kind of making a lot of this up as I was going. Like, I was not planning on having another bathroom down here, but then I thought about it and I was like, you know what? It's like a win-win. I definitely think we should just put a small bathroom down there. So that's what I did. And then I just wanted to go around and add a few art pieces around, just, make it look a little nicer, a little bit more cozy, a little bit more lived in. Just added a side table from Eco Lifestyle there. That basket with the blankets and pillows is also from Eco Lifestyle. And there, I finally moved the lamp that was downstairs into the bedroom. It was just kind of sticking out like a sore thumb a little bit. And so now we're moving on to cluttering the bookshelf, apparently. I thought we were moving on to the bathrooms there for a second, but apparently we're cluttering up the bookshelf. So I used a lot of clutter items from Dream Home Decorator to clutter this up. All of those boxes, the basket with the towels in it or the linen in it. I don't know what's in there, but that's from Dream Home Decorator. Those jars are from Cottage Living, actually. And then the books and the hand statue are actually just from the base game. And then I did put a few other stacks of books from the base game in the bookshelf as well. And of course, I had to add Baby Yoda in there because he's just so cute. He's also from the base game, as well as the Kleenex box, or tissue box. Sorry, Kleenex is branded. And yeah, then I'm just kind of going around, adding just a few more details, decorations that we can take a closer look at the end of the video. Maybe at the end of the video, I'll go in and do a little bit of a first person tour so we can really take in all of the details, all of the clutter items that I'm adding to the living room, kitchen, bedroom, all that good stuff. Okay, so now I think we're finally moving on to the bathrooms. So I definitely wanted them to be dark and stony because that's kind of what I picture with a brutalist design. It may not be, perfect for getting ready or like for lighting or anything like that, but this is The Sims, so it doesn't matter. So I put a lot of the eco living wallpaper in there. And the flooring, I believe, is just from the base game. And all of the plumbing items in the bathroom were also from Eco Lifestyle. And I just put them in the household inventory from the old house and put them in here. That wall decoration that I put over the tub is from Dream Home Decorator. And I believe the mirror is from Eco Living and the rugs are just from the base game. So now I'm going to move upstairs. I put the bassinet in the bedroom. It's kind of getting ready for the baby to age up. So I just put the bassinet in the bedroom for now. So when the baby is a toddler, they can move downstairs, get out of Bess and Jules' bedroom. And now I'm just kind of decorating the hallway on the upstairs with some Dream Home Decorator items and Eco Living items. And I basically just took the same design from the bathroom downstairs and applied it upstairs. So I took that same kind of stone wallpaper. It's not actually wallpaper, but in The Sims, it's all wallpaper. And I put a tub and shower in this bathroom, and I made sure the shower had, some quote unquote privacy, because it's right in front of the window. So I made sure that there was a wall there. So, your Sims could maintain some privacy, even though it doesn't really matter unless you have, certain mods installed. And then the rest of the appliances are just from Eco Living. But I think the shower is just from the base game, as well as that shelving unit is also from the base game. So now I'm moving on to Jules's office, which again, I'm kind of just running with that red desk that we were given. And I also took his influencer style board or whatever, and I made sure that Jules had access to that so that he could do his job. And now we're moving up to the last floor, and this is the home studio where I assume Bess does all of her work. So we have the fizz machine up here, and we also have the fabricating machine. On the floor, I just use the base game tile. It's pretty consistent throughout the whole house except for the bedrooms. And I also put an easel up here. I wanted there to be a little art corner up here. The wallpaper is the plaster from Eco Living. I liked the upstairs being kind of nice and colorful, because since this is Bess's studio, this is where she's going to be creative and, you know, she wants to get some inspiration. So I thought the orange kind of yellowy color could be kind of refreshing for one to come up to, instead of the rest of the house being very gray and cool toned. I thought that this would be kind of a cool contrast. So I did just put the painting stuff kind of in the corner by the fabricator, and I took that fabricated shelf that was already in the Rico Stirling home, but I did swap it out for a different swatch because I just wasn't really happy with the straight wood. So I changed it to a wood and white swatch instead. I had to go into the debug menu to get it, but you know, I had to do it. I just had to. And then I also moved the head statue upstairs because I thought it just kind of fit the studio a little bit better. Like maybe, I don't know, Bess made it. Like we could just pretend that they made it. And then I put the Eco Living rug up there that was in their house. But again, I switched it out for a different swatch. I switched it for a different swatch. That's fun to say. So I used the gray swatch instead. And now I'm just working on the balcony that's coming out of Jules's office. And I got these little patio rocks from the debug menu. And I just thought they worked really well because with the flooring, I couldn't get the spacing I wanted to. But with the debug items, I was able to just make a little pathway. And there we go. I've added the lounge chair to the rooftop. And now I'm just cluttering up the studio a little bit. There's a cool little gnome hanging in that little cubby there. I added some boxes from Dream Home Decorator. And then I also do add some plants. And I also went into the Eco Living pack and added these really fun vines hanging from the window, which I don't know, I thought it looked really full of life, very fun for the home studio. And then I just kind of went around and made sure the outside was decorated the way I wanted it to be. I used a lot of Eco Living and Dream Home Decorator to decorate the exterior. And then I did struggle to find a flooring that I liked with the patio. I almost used Get Famous for the flooring because there's one that worked really, really well. But I decided against it. I didn't want to use a whole pack just for a flooring. But I did decide to give them a little bit of a eating area outside. And I did play test this. As you can see, your Sims can get through there. They can barbecue and hang out. And now I just went through the Eco Living debug menu and I was just adding any little things that I saw that would work really well in the home. I added the kids activity table from Eco Living and put it up in the studio. So when their toddler grows up into a child, they can, you know, come hang out upstairs with mom and, you know, do art together, which I thought would be kind of fun. And I also grabbed a bunch of the fizzy bottles that were already in the debug menu and just cluttered up the office a little bit more. And that is it for the speed build. Let's pop into the game and we'll do a little tour together in real time so we can actually take it all in. So here is what the Rico Stirling house looked like before. But you know, we still have like all these same flowers that I used. See, and like this angle is kind of interesting. We have like a funky roof thing happening over here. And then all of these like stairs coming down here. So yeah, there's like a lot going on. See, and then on the inside, it's just kind of like dark and not really the vibe. And I did Google it. Drab is a word, everybody. And it does mean like dark and dreary. Like, look how dark this is. It's very gloomy, not very nice. And before their house was actually 4 stories, there's Rico's red desk that we see. There is the fireplace that we used. And then up here we have the fabricator and the fizz making machine. So let's just go ahead and bulldoze all of this and we'll just like sell everything in their inventory just to make sure we have enough money. Oh no, I don't have enough money. Yay! Okay, well, when I built this, I didn't add any extra funds to their household. Okay, so that's my bad. That's definitely my bad. I'm just gonna go ahead and cheat the money here just so we can go ahead and place this lot. And you're also going to want to make sure that bb.move objects is turned on before you go ahead and place it. So my gallery ID is Nintendo64 and this item name is Eco Modern Family Home. So I'm gonna go ahead and place this. All right, so here is the house that I built. So I still kept the little lamps that they had outside. I gave them a big dumpster. I feel like they deserved one. And yeah, I kept a lot of the same fencing, a lot of the same flowers. I used the Eco Living front door. All of the windows are Eco Living. This sliding glass door is from Island Living. I felt like they also deserved a recycler as well as a rain catcher. And this is what the back of the house looks like. These wall decorations are also from Eco Living. I added the hose on the wall, put some garden beds on the side. So let's just go ahead and take the grand tour. So we come up the front steps, and this railing is actually from Eco Living as well. We have our patio with the barbecue. We come through the front door. We see the nice Eco Living fireplace with some shoe clutter. A nice hallway table here. We also get a really nice view of the kitchen and dining room area, which of course leads right into the living room. And this was really fun to make. I don't usually make modern designs like this, so I thought this turned out really cool. And then through this door is of course the toddler room, and I absolutely love the way this turned out. It's so bright and colorful. I ended up putting the Eco Lifestyle dresser in here as well, paired it with the base game mirror, which is so cute, that cloud mirror with the heart eyes. So yeah, that's the toddler room. And then through here we have more Eco Living decorations with some Dream Home Decorator accents as well. Through here we have one of the bathrooms, very dark, very modern, very cool. And your Sims can just bathe their toddlers right in here instead of having to take them all the way upstairs. And then we have this shot of the living room where you can really see the bookshelf and the dollhouse as well. It's a fun place for your Sims to hang out. And then coming upstairs from the living room, I did actually go into my game and take some pictures of Bess and Jules. I just thought it was kind of cute to add some of their photos in the hallway here. And I took the Dream Home Decorator painting and put it with an Eco Living side table. Through this door here, we have Jules's office. I used the Dream Home Decorator style board over the desk, since that's basically just decoration, if I am remembering that correctly. And then I actually put the style board that Jules will use in his career over here, so he can still use that. And then Jules has the balcony coming out over here. And he can do some gardening if he wanted to, or just kind of, you know, take in this nice factory horizon. And then at the end of the hallway here, we have the bathroom on the second floor. Oh, I don't know what happened to the shower there. Okay. It was just my tab mode being weird. It's all good. The shower is there. So we have a base game sink paired with the Dream Home Decorator mirror. And then we have some Eco Living plumbing stuff with a base game shelf as well. And then through this door, we have Bess and Jules's bedroom. And same with the toddler room. I wanted the bedrooms to kind of be a bit warmer than the rest of the house, a little bit more personalized, where the rest of the house is a bit more cold feeling, especially downstairs. And then this door leads out to the rooftop patio, so they can play chess here, you know, admire the plants. I put some Island Living plants on the roof here. I just thought it looked kind of cool. And then these stairs, I accidentally used these stairs from Spa Day. I really didn't mean to. I think that's the only thing I use from Spa Day, so that's kind of a drag. But these railings, I love these railings. They're very, very cool. They are from Get to Work, actually. And then before we go to the studio, we'll just go up these stairs here to the rooftop patio where we have the lounge chair. And then all of this is kind of just for show. I mean, this sink does work. But yeah, it's kind of all just for show. But these do work, the solar panels, so that will be good for your Sims bills. But then if we come up these stairs from this hallway, we have the studio, which is of course the last floor of the house. We have the fizz machine with the fabricator, the painting stuff, the activity table, and then just some clutter items just to kind of make the room feel a little bit more lived in. But yeah, that is the build. That is the video. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have made it this far, then kudos to you. Let me know what you think of the build. Let me know what you think of the video. It was a lot of fun to make, and hopefully I will keep pumping out these sim videos for you because they are a lot of fun to make and I would love to keep up with it. So let me know what you'd like to see next and I will see you in the next video. Bye! I also just realized that I did not put a toddler training potty in this house at all. So that's another thing I failed at.